Johnny Moore here, and today we are going to be doing a tier list on one that, I feel like you should know pretty well, and that is video game consoles. So I found one here that has pretty much all the main ones from the big three: Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. Uh, doesn't have the NES or Game Boy or any of that, but it does have from PS1 and GameCube up, and N64 up. So there's only one of these consoles that I haven't played, so we're gonna get into this tier list, and let me run through the tiers. Goated with the Sauce is top tier, of course. I'm gonna just switch the colors real quick. So Goated with the Sauce is like a bright purple. Elite is going to be blue. Then we got mid, yellow. Then we got Ain't It Chief, orange. And Never Played, which will be like a gray-esque. So yeah. This won't be too hard. Obviously, we're grading the hardware, and then we're grading the software it has. So the games it has, and then the hardware, and the different features you are able to do on the console is pretty much how we're going to be grading this. So starting out, let's go ahead and get the one I've never played, and that will be the PS1. I've never played the PS1. However, I do know it has some great games. I mean, it's the PS1. Yeah, it's pretty easy to know. But then everything else I have played. So starting off, we got the Xbox One. To be honest, the Xbox One, it wasn't as bad as it made out to be. The problem is there just weren't barely any exclusives. There was a time when it was just not it, you know? The features you're able to do on it, though, were really cool, but the price when it first came out was way out of, like, the market for everybody, pretty much. Overall, it was just, I hate to say it, it just wasn't it, Chief. It wasn't it, man. It was definitely one of the weaker consoles. Like, I have to say, it just was. As much as I hate to say it, because Xbox One was some of my childhood, man. Like, my entire middle school and high school life, basically. However, some other console took that over real quick. So, we'll get to that later. But anyway, moving on to the Wii U. Honestly, bro, the Wii U might be goated with the sauce. I think Wii U. I personally think Wii U is the best Nintendo system, and I'll tell you why. I think the Wii is amazing. The Wii is great. It's one of the all-time greats, right? But the Wii U is just the Wii, but more and better. I don't see why you would put the Wii over the Wii U. I just don't. Apart from nostalgia, I'll be honest, nostalgia does not hit me as it does other people. Like, nostalgia matters so much to a bunch of people. I just don't get it. Nostalgia does not push things for me. Like, sure, I might have like a little like, oh man, yeah, that's a good memory, but like something doesn't go up because of nostalgia for me. Like, a nostalgia just isn't a big factor when it comes to my opinions for things, and so I just don't see how the Wii U was bad in any way. It was just the Wii, which is already amazing, but better. Therefore, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Wii in Elite because it was goated with the sauce at the time, but Wii U just did it better. Plus, it has virtual console, which you can get a bunch of classics. You can play any Wii game on it. You have this gamepad, better hardware, Wii U games. You got basically all the same features that you get with. It's just better in every way. I don't know what to say. It just is. And I'm reserving go to the sauce for my top 3 consoles. I guess one of every big 3, I guess, is what I'm gonna do. PS3. Here's what I'll say. If it wasn't for the catalog of games, I think the PS3 had great games, but the hardware is so annoying and kind of bad. It had a really rough start, kind of like the Xbox One. Um, I think PS3 is kind of mid. I think it's one of the weaker PlayStation consoles. Now, it did pick up in the second half of its lifespan with a bunch of great games, and that's why it's going to mid, not ain't it, Chief? But really, I mean, it is a good console. It's just weaker than a lot of others. So I'm going to put it mid. Nintendo Switch. Now, look, I am one of those people who think the Nintendo Switch is outstanding. I do wish it had better online stuff. I wish it had, better features like being able to watch Netflix and Disney Plus and all that. I do wish there was just more to do with it. Backwards compatibility is a huge thing. I wish they had more of that. It's going in elite because it's just not one of the best. Statistically and how much it's selling, and honestly, its games catalog, yeah, it is one of the best. But as a console, as hardware, it's just elite, I guess. See, having it on the same tier as the Wii actually doesn't feel right, but it also kind of does at the same time. I think the Switch has a better catalog of games. Maybe. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm gonna move the Switch down. I'm gonna move the Switch to mid. See, that doesn't feel right either. It's gonna stay in elite. I don't know how I feel about it being in the same tier as the Wii. The only reason the Wii's here is because I think the Wii is better. Ooh, see, this is interesting. This is definitely a pickle. Like, I haven't been in a pickle like this in a tier list in a hot while. I'm gonna leave it at elite, man. Moving on, we're gonna go to the original Xbox. Looking back at it, the original Xbox had some banger games. It basically revolutionized online gaming. Xbox Live was a huge thing. The console itself was really cool with the achievements and stuff. Honestly, bro, the OG Xbox is just... See, I'm comparing it to... I'd say it's around where the PS3 was. Like, PS3 was good, but it was just... It's nothing like... Looking back at it, it wasn't, like, out of this world. Like, obviously, at the time, it was out of the world. But, like... I don't know. It didn't have as long of a lifespan, though, as many gens. Like, I'm pretty sure it was only around for like 5 years. Most gens are like 7 to 8 years. So, definitely had a shorter lifespan. Didn't get as many games out. So, I'm gonna say mid. GameCube, I also think mid. The GameCube's great. Actually, I could see it going to elite. But my problem with it, looking back at it, there's not an overwhelming amount of games that I really, like, love from the GameCube. Oh, see, I don't know. I'm going to keep it at elite because I think what the GameCube means is really good. So I'm going to keep that there. PS5. Here we go. I can't lie. It has a great library of games, especially with PS Plus premium now. There's a pretty big library of games. The exclusives that it's had so far are really good. It has some great features. Problem is, it's very complicated. There are some issues with the hardware that I have. I want to say goated with the sauce, but I don't at the same time. I'm going to put it at elite, top of elite. I'm going to put it at top of elite. If it just gets if PS Plus Premium gets better, and it just continues to have great exclusives. I could see the PS5 being one of the best. But at the moment, something just doesn't tell me it's going to go with the sauce. It just doesn't. I don't know. See, this is really hard to do because this is like the current one. So it's like one of my favorites right now. So I don't even feel like I don't think there's anything wrong with it other than there's some like settings on it that are really annoying. But like, there's really nothing wrong with it. That's the issue I'm having. I'm gonna give it go to with the sauce. Tell me a reason why it should be, or why it shouldn't be go to. Like, as of right now, it's been amazing. It's been incredible. Like, there's no reason for it not to be go to with the sauce. So I'm gonna just give it go to with the sauce. PS4 is go to with the sauce for sure, more than PS5. If you look at it, PS4 had so many great features. It started way cheaper than the Xbox One, and it had exclusives. Some of the best games ever came from the PS4, like Bloodborne, God of War, Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank's Revision, Horizon. God, there's so many. Detroit Become Human, Uncharted 4. Like, I can't even tell you. I personally, coming from more of a I guess I prefer Xbox, right? Coming from a prefer Xbox person, I think PS4 might be the best console of all time. I think Wii U has definitely a something to say for that. I think a console currently has something to say for that, but I really do. I think PS4 could easily win best console. I'm gonna move it down. I'm gonna move PS5 down. Some just does not feel right. Dude, I don't know where to put the PS5. Honestly, I just don't know, man. I'm gonna put it in Elite. Moving on to the 3DS. Honestly, the 3DS was Elite, and then DS was just, it was mid, I guess. I don't know. I mean, 3DS had such great games. It was one of the best handhelds ever. High selling, too. See, this is such an interesting tier list. This is so, like, I don't feel confident in any of these picks that I'm making. I really don't. PS2, Elite, games catalog, crazy. It's the highest selling console of all time. It's Elite, but the features I wish were better on it. Although at the time it was great, but Series X/S, I guess. See, biased here, right? right here, right? But like, I don't know if that's fair. See, I think down the line, I think it will be for sure up here. It might even have a running for here. I think down the line. I mean, have you seen their future? It looks insane. But as of right now, there's not necessarily a great amount of exclusives. The exclusives that they have had have been phenomenal. The features you can do on a Series X is great. Backwards compatibility is the best backwards compatibility we've ever seen on any console. Changed my mind. It raises FPS. It boosts resolution. You can go all the way back to OG Xbox, man. It is such a good backwards compatibility system. Xbox Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. Absolute juggernaut. Personally, I think the only reason I'm going to put Series X in Elite is because this goes in good with the sauce. I'm going to say 360. Oh, see, I don't know where to rank these. I'm going to have to say 360 probably is the best console of all time. Maybe. See, I don't know. I really don't know. Then the N64. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, N64 will go in Elite. No, so the Xbox 360, I mean, it's just such a childhood staple for me. But like I said, nostalgia doesn't really hit me. That's not why I'm putting that in go to the sauce, because all the games, Black Ops 2, Borderlands 2, a bunch of the Gears of War, Halo 3. There's just so like the PS3 and Xbox 360 generation had some of the best games. But then put that with Xbox 360, which was the far superior console at the time. So many great features, gamer score achievements, Xbox Live, highest selling Xbox ever as of now. Series X is going to overtake that easy. But see, I really want to put Series X here. I just don't know if I can. See, the PS5, I'm going to add a new tier. Add row above. This is this is current gen. Alright, I have to make this because some just doesn't feel right about this. Some just does not feel right. And this is true. I think the Switch will end up being one of the best consoles for Nintendo ever. They just got to fix up some features, get some better online, keep on bringing out banger games, and it'll be there. Series X and PS5 are looking amazing. They just haven't had enough time yet to be considered some of the GOATs, right? But then you got V3. I think the Wii U is the best Nintendo console. I think PS4 is the best PlayStation console. And as of right now, I think Xbox 360 is the best Xbox console. So that's where I'm going to go with that. N64 was huge. I think a bunch of the games on there were awesome. Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, a bunch of the Animal Crossings. So many good games on the N64. So yeah, I'm definitely... This is what I'm going to settle with. I could see OG Xbox going to Elite. I could see maybe PS3 going to Elite. But as of right now, I think that this has been a weird tier list. I don't know how I feel about this. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think, because I don't even know. I am so confused. So let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.